You're so cute.
It's
It's just so cute. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Opposite Saxes.
we're just having a good old time here. Every week we get together and trying to think, what are we going to talk about? And sometimes it's easy and sometimes we got to dig a little deep. But
We actually have nothing ever to say to each other, right?
oh, good Lord. We always got plenty to talk about. And today we're gonna talk a little bit about, just for the heck of it, because your lease is going to be coming up pretty soon on your car. So we thought, well, it's early December, all the new models are out, and there's been all this talk about the new electric cars. And so we thought maybe we'd just hit a couple of dealerships. And on the one hand, it's a tough experience, because when you go to a dealership, it's like the vultures coming in on you. Every once in a while, you just say, I just want to look at the stickers for a little bit, or you go in the showroom and sit in some of the cars.
I don't know what is worse, buying a house or buying a car. They're both pretty awful.
Well, the advantage of buying a house is usually you have a realtor that picks you up and takes you from house to house to look at it. When you're going to go looking for a car,
it's a back and forth dealing.
You got to drive yourself.
But that's true, and you're right. I can't believe we're at this point again. But it was a good idea that you had to discuss it.
Yeah,
maybe we'll feel better once we vent.
And also, you can't go out and say, well, we're going to hit 6 dealerships in a day.
Yeah, no.
Because you're lucky if you can hit 2.
Right.
Maybe a third
morning and
one.
afternoon. Yeah.
But good Lord, the choices that are out there. The interesting thing that did you get the takeaway that there's a lot of auto dealerships, brands that have either gone all for SUVs,
right,
or kind of going all into
what is that about?
Cars.
Just like fashion, it's like, what's the in thing? SUVs are now the in thing.
Well, I guess so. I think that there's obviously some people that are getting paid big bucks to analyze all the data from the different brands to say, the best brands that we have are SUVs, small, medium, and large. So let's just start doing SUVs, and let's just give up on the.
But there are some people that physically cannot get into an SUV as well.
Although they've got small SUVs now that are almost about the same. Same size as the cars, or what we used to call station wagons. Yeah. Those are now called crossovers.
But you just don't have as much flexibility. Well, I don't know. I will say that there's a lot more perks, a lot more gadgets. Thank you. That are in these cars these days, which on one hand is good, because a lot of these perks are for safety reasons, which are very good. But on the other side of the coin, it's like you got to try and read the whole manual, which is hard to understand in the first place.
Yeah, well, the manual that they give you is about the size of the Encyclopedia Britannica.
And then the one question that you have is never in the manual, and so you end up calling the dealership again.
I had an interesting experience with your car.
Oh,
just recently.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Just recently, Lauren comes back home and she says, my low tire pressure light went on. I thought, oh, okay, fine. I mean, that happens. And generally it is between the summer and the fall season. Yeah. Your tire pressure will change a little and it'll dip down, but the system is such that it'll tell you. It won't tell you which one of the 4 tires is low.
And would you think in this day and age they would?
Yeah, it just tells you your tire pressure is low.
Right.
So I thought, okay, fine. I have got one of these portable, pumps that you plug into what used to be called a cigarette lighter. It's now an accessory.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Well, yeah, that's where you used to plug the cigarette lighter.
I call it a cigarette.
And later, if you had one of the early versions of the navigation systems, you would also plug it in to that same outlet.
Yeah.
So I thought, okay, I'll just go out and I'll use the portable one that I got. I spent 20 minutes trying to find that
You
old.
should have
I,
used the manual.
I did.
You
I went
did?
into the manual. And
Oh.
where would you look? You look under tire pressure, low tire pressure. Well, it tells you where to look to find out what the tire pressure should be. And it'll tell you, how
Doesn't-
to do it. But if you're using one of these
Yeah,
portable things,
yeah.
it doesn't tell you where to plug it in. I swear, I went everywhere on the dashboard.
Yeah,
It
you were
wasn't
up there
there.
for a long time outside.
I was in the glove compartment, couldn't find it. So underneath the dash, underneath the seat.
No, not underneath the dash.
I finally called the dealership and I said, listen, I've got this portable pump that's got the plug that goes into that accessory outlet that's about the size of a quarter. Because I didn't want to say
That's
it was the
awfully
old.
large.
Well, I didn't want to say it used to be the old
Cigarette
lighter.
You're dating yourself.
Right, because probably the person I was talking to had
No idea that
clue what a cigarette lighter was, because they don't have ashtrays in the cars anymore.
No.
So he says, well,
No, that wasn't the problem.
there's nobody to take your call right now.
Right.
That all of our service representatives are with customers and all. And if you'd like, we can give you a call back as soon as one of them is free. Okay, fine. What, 3 minutes, 5 minutes? And I'm waiting 10 minutes, going on 15 minutes, and I'm still looking in this car. I finally open up the box in between the seats. What do you call that?
The storage unit.
Yeah, the storage thing
I don't
between
know. That's what I would call it.
between the two
Yeah.
seats. It's the console.
Console.
The console. I open up the console and I'm looking around inside the console and oh my gosh, there's the little port to plug in my accessory.
Surprise.
So I plug it in, I check all the tires, and all of them seem to be just a little bit low because I can't figure out which one is any lower than the others. So I just go through and I check all 4 of them and everything, take my pump and wrap it back up, put it in the box, put it back in the garage. This is what, 30 minutes later? So still
Well,
waiting for a phone call from the car
You
dealership.
did get a phone call.
It was about 45 minutes later.
Well.
I get a call. I said, thank you very much. I had a very simple question as to where this
Better late
plug
than
was,
never.
but I finally found it.
What about, that was
it's-
tough.
when you get a new
I don't
car,
know that I would have
it's
looked
like
there.
going back to school because
Yeah.
you got to find out where everything is again.
What about when you were driving my car
Oh,
and you take your eyes off the road,
yeah. So I want
which you do a lot.
well, but no, I'm just driving and I turn to you to ask you a question, and all
Or
of a
you turn to your phone.
And all of a sudden, the dashboard goes beep, 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 and you turn back and it says, keep your
Your
eyes
eyes.
on the road. And and if you just slightly go over to, or if you want to just change lanes without using the
You
turn
better
signal,
use that turn
the
signal.
thing goes
buddy.
beep, beep, beep to let you know you're going into another lane. Now, I love the rear view mirrors that kind of light up when there's a car that's approaching you from the left
Yes.
or
Yeah, that
or
is
the
nice.
right.
Yeah.
But I'm concerned that if there is a sensor that goes off when you veer from one lane to another, why can't they have a sensor that automatically puts on your turn signal when you start to veer into that lane? And then if you come back
You
into
have
your
to
lane,
take some responsibility
cancels.
somewhere along the line.
I
for
know, but
yourself.
one of the most frustrating things in driving is when people change lanes without using their turn signals. And the other thing is with all of this, you can even, there's now, most of the new cars have these sensors that if you get too close to the car in front of you,
And it will do that.
it stops, it will slow you down
And-
and then it
and
will
my car will do
physically
that.
stop.
Yeah.
So there's much less chance that you're even
Yeah.
going to touch the bumper of the car
I'll
in front
tell
of you.
you, I feel very safe in my car and
Okay.
I feel much better.
Well, if they can develop a sensor to stop your car
Yeah.
when you get too close to another car,
Yeah.
why can't they develop a sensor that realizes that you are texting on your phone and it just slows the car
They-
down and stops your car until you put your phone away?
No. what they did is they developed that thing that's telling you the beeps when your eyes are not on the road, when your eyes are on your phone. And I'm saying, Stuart, this is not safe.
But I can have that phone and I can be talking into the phone and telling the phone what to do.
Stuart,
But
you should not be playing with your phone. And that
I know.
is
Well,
another
not only
story.
that, but now they're developing the cars that if you really want to text while you're driving, you can put your car in automatic drive mode and the car will drive
Who said so?
itself. They've got it.
They have the
So
automatic parking.
the large luxury cars, well, that's another thing, but there some of the luxury models now, when you're on the highway, you can not only have set like cruise control,
Yeah.
but this is automatic drive control. I don't know whether it's follows some satellite or whatever, but the car follows the road.
That is the most
You
ridiculous.
can take your hands off there. So if you want to sit there and eat a sandwich and have a drink and all and sit and talk or sit and play gin rummy if you while you're driving, the car is driving itself.
And what happens if that breaks? Or
Probably
something
going to
happens to
smack
that?
into something. But
I think that's terrible.
but that's the future.
Terrible. No, sorry. That's wrong.
I know, but it's happening out there.
You know what else is the future and it's already here? Which I was so shocked to see, and we've had it. Frisco has had it for a while. Are those car vending places? You can buy your car out of a car vending.
Carvana.
Carvana.
Yeah. It's a
I
vending
don't
vending
understand how
machine
that
with
works.
cars.
So you can only use those, you can only purchase a car from that vending machine.
No, you can go to Carvana
Mhm.
and you can find the car that you want,
Yeah.
and the car is transported to that vending machine.
Oh,
You take care of all the paperwork online. It's your car. It's sitting over there. They send you some kind of a token with a key or something, and you go in there and you put that in there, and down comes your car, and you drive off your car.
so it's not like a car dealership.
No,
They have no salesman there to sell you a car?
no. There might be somebody just overseeing to
Really?
make sure it's working.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a car
mean,
dealership that had less square footage and they decided to go up instead of
For
out.
people that get really frustrated with having to go to dealerships, except, you still kind of want to check out the cars. You want to sit in the seats and all. But once you say, you know what, I want this brand, I want this
Yeah.
model
Yeah.
with these features, you go online, you order it, and you can get it from Carvana. There's Vroom. There's about 5 or 6 other companies where you can literally do the whole deal on your phone,
So,
and your car is delivered to your house.
well, are you saying that Carvana, then you order a Buick?
They are not-
A Lexus,
Yeah.
an Infinity?
Yeah, they're generally not new cars. They're usually,
Oh,
usually
there's the catch.
gently worn used cars.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Interesting. I
But-
didn't know that about Carvana.
Yeah. But the new car dealerships, most of the brands, they used to have like 30 different models to choose from.
Right. No.
Now you're lucky if they've got 8, and it's
Right.
usually like 4 SUVs
Well-
and 2 sedans, and then 2
They're
sport cars or economy type
But they're
cars.
paring down.
And
I mean,
I think a lot of the
it's
dealerships,
financially.
well,
it's financially a
they're
better move
selling
for
what
them.
is the most cost effective product for them.
Correct.
For instance, Jeep is probably still going to be the 4-wheeling brand going forward. They
Mhm.
always have been, and they probably always will be. So they concentrate on those 4-wheel vehicles. They're small, more energy efficient vehicles, probably not as important to them. Cadillac used to be able to go in and find 5 or 6 luxury sedans. I don't know if Cadillac even has a sedan anymore. They've got a small and a couple of medium size and a large size SUV.
again.
Buick, same way. Buick is almost all SUVs and crossovers.
And you can't get them in as many colors as you used to.
That's right. Lincoln is another one.
Yeah.
Lincoln, I think the Continental is and maybe the MKZ are still sedan, but they make everything from a small entry SUV, I think it's a Nautilus or something, up to the Navigator, which is the size of a Sherman tank.
You could live in it.
Yeah. I mean,
it's unbelievable. I mean, it's a fabulous car, an SUV.
And then you get into like Dodge and Ford and Chevy, and one of the things that they are probably still most known for is pickup trucks. The pickup truck market they almost own that. You don't, the foreign cars, for all practical purposes, are almost out of the pickup truck business because they've deferred to the American manufacturers.
Well, and I don't understand all these SUVs and trucks and pickup trucks with gas prices what they are.
Okay.
It just doesn't amaze me.
There's an answer to that.
Oh, well, the electric, you're going to say.
Yeah, because Chevy just came out with an electric Silverado.
Yeah, they did. That was just now,
Yeah.
I think. But you know what? But then you have to stop whatever you're doing and you have to go.
Well, if you're going to get an electric vehicle, the
plug it
first thing
in.
you got to do is find out what the range is.
Right.
Because an electric vehicle for you to take on a cross-country
That
trip
would be ridiculous.
would be pretty tough, because you got to make sure that you can go, maybe if it'll go 300 miles, you got to make sure that within those 300 miles, you can get to a place where they have a charging station.
For that reason, I have no interest, and it's terrible of me to say, but I have no interest in an electric car or SUV until they perfect it and until it can go a little longer way.
They're working on perfecting it now, because we're almost mandated that within the next 20 to 30 years, everybody will be buying battery powered and electric cell powered vehicles.
That's 20 to 30 years. Right now, we don't have near enough charging stations for these electric.
Then what are they going to convert all of the gas stations into? Donut shops?
That goes back to our other show where you're supposed to live forever so that you can see what they do with all the gas stations.
Well, I told you way into the future, you probably won't need a vehicle anyway. You'll just go into your family room and get into a tube.
That's right.
And say,
take me, be me.
Yeah, I want to go to New York City for a theater production tonight.
Right. That's very true.
Beam you over, beam me down, Scotty.
Yeah. See what we'll be missing if we don't live.
But I mean, it's fascinating to see where the vehicles are today, because if you're older, you know what they were 20 and 30 years ago. I mean, you don't even have to shift the cars anymore. You push a button.
Yeah.
And
are they all automatic now?
Most of them are push button. And also, and when was the last time you used a key to open up the car? A physical key.
Yeah, that's true.
Click.
But what's your sister doing? She's driving automatic because she always likes stick.
Well, it used to be that the car was one price for a manual transmission. And if you wanted automatic transmission, you paid more.
Right.
The reverse is true today.
Oh, that's what.
The vast majority of the cars are automatic transmissions. And if you want that car with manual 6-speed overdrive engine, you pay.
Oh, I didn't know you could.
Well, even things like the Mustang and the Corvette and all, most of them on the showroom floors are automatic. And if you want that good old fashioned stick shift, you're going to pay a premium.
Kathy, are you paying a premium for that stick shift, or you're not doing stick? I don't remember.
I don't think she drives stick shift anymore.
No, I think you could be right. I don't remember. She always drives when we're there, but I never watched.
Yeah. And it was always tough, because that way you had to have a hand on the wheel and you had to have a hand on the shift, and you had to have both feet free for the clutch and for the accelerator. But now today you only need to have one foot on the accelerator that goes back and forth between the accelerator and the brake. And you have to have one hand on the steering wheel so your other hand can hold the sandwich.
No, Stuart.
Or the drink.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
And the cars of the future, You're just going to have a long, flexible straw that will come from your drink that's in a refrigerator. And you just say,
You can only wish, honey.
you just say, Siri, Dr. Pepper.
God. You can only hope.
It's going to happen. Trust me. Because that's another thing that I always wondered about is they've got these consoles, beautiful consoles in a lot of the cars. And they haven't come up with like a little mini refrigerator storage unit that you could put sandwiches and fruit.
They will, except where would they put it? There's not enough room in between. And for you to reach around to the back.
They'll create it.
I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
And if it's an electric car, it's going to be an electric refrigerator.
It'll be interesting.
I'm telling you, if you just dream up this nonsense, there are people that in development that are way beyond us. They're already thinking about how to do these things.
Well, your grandson's a good builder. He could be the one that's going to be helping to develop these things.
He'll be the new Bob the Builder.
There you go.
Of the future. And in the meantime, we'll just continue our search for a new vehicle.
We'll let you know how it turns out.
Yeah. So, you know what? But before we go, I just want to share our good friend with you, and that is Irving Chung. Who, if you're talking about you're looking for something new, maybe it's a new job, or it's a new sideline to help supplement your full-time job. You could get into the franchise business. It's more cost effective than you even can imagine. There are part-time franchises that are available that take care of everything, even loans available to get involved. The guy to call is Irving Chung. And he is a franchise specialist. And if you've ever wanted just to have some information about what franchising is all about, give Irving a call. The consultation is free.
Whoa, take advantage of it then.
Yep. And you know what else is free?
Us.
This show. Every Thursday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're right here sitting at the desk waiting to talk to you. And what are we going to talk about next week? We don't know yet. But we're going to go talk about it now.
I know what.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not telling though.
Oh, all right. Let's go talk about it. All right.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Bye.